And we're on. Welcome back to Paupergeddon. We're in round 6. Here with me is Kalikais, of course you know him. And we're getting to a nice matchup. The matchup is exactly what you would expect from... not exactly, but it's what you would expect from this meta. It's just Grixis, played by Niccolò Ravenni, against... yeah, let's talk a bit more about Grixis, because this is weird. It has um, no mirror enforcers and uses the sneaky snackers in order to accrue some value thanks to sacrificing and drawing cards and then recurring it back. And we were talking about this
It,
because you
it
played
looks
it
like
actually.
Niccolò is on a Sneaky Snacker Spellstutter Sprite Affinity Fae type version, which is pretty cool because Sneaky Snacker being a fairy that you can recur over and over turns the Spellstutter into a very effective counterspell. And Spellstutter Sprite is very good against something like Glee. And this player is also playing four ofs, both Clan Shaman and Toxin Analysis. So they're very prepared for the Gruul matchup, potentially even this Terror matchup, and four Refurbished Familiars, four Blood Fountain. Every single card in their deck is a 4 of, which is just good deck building. And then Mengucci here is on Gardens. What we don't see in the title is that they're actually on Jund Gardens playing a Geothermal Bog and a Mountain in order to play 4 of Writhing Chrysalis.
Yes, of course.
With a
Mengucci
Heaped
needs no
Harvest in the main deck
presentation.
is pretty sweet.
Yeah, two ofs.
I really
So
love that card, Heaped Harvest. It's a 2 and a green food, I believe. When it enters the
yeah,
battlefield, you get to search out a basic and put it into play, and then when it leaves, I think when you sacrifice it, you get to get another basic.
I
So you
think
can
when it
deadly
leaves,
dispute it and ramp.
yeah. Or if you don't have a deadly dispute, you can eat it as a food for 2 mana, gain 3 life, and ramp again. So
Right,
nice
that's
card.
true. He's
And
got
if you
4
are,
Lembas and the 2 Heaped Harvests, so looks like he was pretty prepared for specifically the burn matchup. Also
yeah,
Pulse of Marasa in the main deck. And then let's see. We've got 2 Thorns. I'm looking for Avenging Hunter in his list, and I don't see it, but I could be missing it. It
I
looks
don't
like
see
there's
it either.
no
Ah, no,
Avenging
there's two.
Hunter.
There's two, but in the sideboard.
Ah, so Avenging Hunter can be something that is a little bit of a liability if the opponent is going wide or has a lot of flyers. So just having that Monarch in play could be enough. And he's starting off with a Nile Spellbomb. And then a Bridge on the other side. Lembas. Let's see. Keeps the card. So what are they going to do? Sneaky Snacker right away.
Hardcast, okay.
Okay. They're both moving very, very quickly, and probably because both of these decks are quite grindy.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
They do not want a timeout.
They know they're in for a long fight. And they're both very good players, of course. Mengucci, a world-class player.
It's in for 2, getting across the table and getting in.
Very aggressive.
So you can deadly dispute this, and it will bring the snacker right back, or just play another card looking for a land drop. The Wellspring draws him another card, and now he's got 3 lands in play. Lembas is kind of like an expensive preordain over here, where the life total is not going to matter quite as much.
Yeah.
Plays
Yes,
another
3.
Lembas.
Wow. It's a whole baker in there.
Yeah. Passes the turn with 2 mana available. Gets in again. Gets into 16. He's like, go, stay on your side. So, what has he got now? I can't even see the hand. Refurb. Yep. So,
The grind begins.
potentially, okay, they discard a Snuff Out. That makes
Pretty
sense.
useless, yeah.
Only black cards on the other side. Snuff Out is only going to be able to hit Spellstutter Sprite in Clan Shaman. But right now it sort of looks like a regular Affinity deck, but we'll see how quickly Mengucci figures out that it's a Fairies Affinity version.
The Sneaky Snacker is a hint, but playing
Right.
also these spell starters, that's something that Affinity doesn't really want to do.
Plays
Oh,
a Heaped
Heaped
Harvest. Gets to get a
Nice.
land. Probably grabbing the mountain.
Yep.
And I really liked the original list of Affinity where we're playing like 4 Refurb, 4 Sneaky Snacker, 4 Mirror Enforcer, and just using
Yeah, that
Sneaky
was.
Snacker as a value engine. It was pretty
Yeah.
cool. But everybody else has kind of dropped that.
Yeah, I don't know why. I'm not really an affinity player, so I don't know the nuances
Another
of the
Snacker.
deck.
Yeah, I think Affinity and Glee are both decks that are just so powerful that you can kind of um, manipulate to your own play style and be able to be still finding a lot of success. It does look like it's in 1.5 speed. That's true. They are cruising. We're only 3 minutes into the round. It's like turn
They're
9.
already in. Yeah. And the
Whoa,
first
look at
player,
that
what is that?
Chrysalis.
That's beautiful. Is that from Shivan Altered? Is she the
I
one who
don't
did it?
know, but it's got the Jack Skellington on the
Yeah.
Chrysalis.
That's the theme for this Paupergeddon. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, Jack Skeleton. I mean,
Oh,
we're
that makes
between
sense.
Halloween and Christmas, so
Perfect. Getting in with the
and it,
snackers.
yeah, doesn't mind if one dies.
Okay, so I'll take another 2. I think he's at least at 12.
Oh
Toxin the
wow,
snacker. Okay.
get rid
That will
of
kill
that.
the Chrysalis. Let's see if he's going to do anything here. Going to Deadly Dispute or something.
It looks like it.
Oh
Oh no,
no,
it was
cast
cast
down.
down. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, nice 2 for 1.
So I guess he must not have Spell Stutter Sprite in hand yet.
Yeah.
These players are fully prepared to not time out. He's going to Deadly Dispute the Wellspring, bringing back the Sneaky Snacker. Snacker comes. Oh, he's going to now Spellbomb him to not let the Snacker
Yeah.
come back. Now, the Sneaky Snacker only comes back if you've drawn your 3rd card in a turn. So if you've drawn more than that already, it won't come back. If you Deadly Dispute on the opponent's turn and you only draw 2 cards, it will not come back.
Yeah. But
You
in
have to
this
kind of
case,
plan that out.
he disputed an Eagle Raspling, so he would have returned the snacker back even on the opponent's hand step.
Yeah.
Yeah, but still, that Neil Spellbomb.
The best laid
Play.
plans.
Yeah.
So he's got another. Mengucci's got another Chrysalis. Still not sacrificing any of the spawn tokens, saving up the mana. I don't know what he's using the mana for, but now maybe it was just to get the both of the Chrysalis huge, and that one
Another
has
member.
a different character on top.
Yeah,
I mean,
that.
I think that Mengucci tends to play decks where he can like try to leverage decisions.
Yeah.
And this deck,
And decks that
with the
can
4
be...
Lembas in it.
Yeah. And we see that he is playing a deck that doesn't look like it could shift gears and play for an aggro play style, because usually, at least from what I'm seeing, in Pauper he plays a lot of mid-range decks so that he can just decide on a whim whether he wants to play as the aggressor or as the control.
Right. And we saw a refurb and a land discarded, I believe. It might have been a landscape. Still got 4 mana available.
Yeah.
Another snacker. So at this point, a Spell Stutter Sprite on Niccolò's side could counter almost anything in the deck.
Yeah.
And I don't know how many cards Mengucci has. Looks like just 1, 2 now.
That's a Nigel
A
Wellspring.
Lembas or a Wellspring.
So he has 3
He's
cards.
gonna cycle that.
One of those is a land, the garden.
Another Chrysalis. Oh, okay. He's going for the
6
Nyxborn
mana.
Hydra, it looks like.
Yeah.
Or
Oh
a
no,
troll.
the troll.
Okay.
Does he even play?
He has
the Hydra?
huge creatures.
Wow.
Huge. So, I mean, Niccolò can chump with the snackers and then bring them back on the next turn, but it's not great. He really needs to find the toxin analysis combo to just wipe the board and continue moving.
Yeah. Definitely. So
Is he blocking
Will that
2-on-1?
block?
I'm not sure if he double blocked one or
Yeah, no, maybe he
what
just
happened there.
blocked both.
Oh,
Ah, no,
okay. So
double
he
blocked
just
for
he did
Galvanic
double
Blast.
block the
Yeah.
single one to be able to take it off the table. Interesting. So maybe he just felt like the Toxin Analysis combo wasn't going to come up, but he does have all 4 of those in the deck. Has not yet drawn into a Krark-Clan Shaman. The Wellspring draws a card. Thoughtcast draws 2 cards. Snackers come back.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
What
they say, get that
Affinity does
snack
best.
back.
Just draw 2, draw 2.
In Affinity, you're like, I paid 1 mana to draw 2. That's how expensive can it be? Mengucci might have a Defile. Okay, so that would stop the Toxin Analysis on a Krark-Clan Shaman. With the Snackers, they can kind of just chump every other turn. But that 6/5 having Super Menace is going to be a problem here because he can't currently block.
I mean, one triple block is enough to get it off the table, but you have to lose all your board to do that. That's a 3-4-1.
Round in Sorrow. Oh, no.
Okay.
So that's lethal here.
Unless we see the Savior.
Spellstutter on the
Starter
drown.
Stride.
And
Nice.
now he knows it's Affaenity. Does he have a response to the Spellstutter? Boom. Defile the Spellstutter. Do you have another counter?
Yeah.
So we're just waiting to see if he has the answer. If he doesn't, this game is over.
And
Oh,
it looks
no.
like it. Yeah.
And that is
no, that's
11,
8.
12?
It looks
12
like
damage
8.
coming in.
Yeah, but they have -2/-2 from the.
Oh,
from the
true.
board wipe. So it's just 8. Oh,
Boom.
he gets rid of 1.
Galvanic doing its work.
Yeah, still in play.
Okay.
That's just 4 damage, going to 6. And Mengucci has
True.
no reach.
As being a player that
Creatures
doesn't
in.
usually play creatures, it's kind of hard for me to remember that it's not a one-sided board wipe there. I'm used to playing
Yeah.
Arms of Hadar in that situation. And it looks like he's getting his Snackers back
Yeah.
with an end-step dispute or something.
Yes, dispute on Igor Wellspring.
Okay. So
Just another casual draw 3.
that was a good turn of events.
Yep. And he untaps with
It
6
is-
cards in hand. That's a lot.
As far as the altars go, those are the real card. It's just painted on it, I think. Okay, another Snacker. So we're grinding. He's going to sacrifice a Lembas and put it back in the deck and gain 3 life.
He played 4 Lambases this game. Oh, that's not the card you want to see in this situation.
What did he find?
The Monarch. Does he even play it?
I don't think you can afford to play the Monarch here.
Yeah. Because then the fairies are going to come back from the graveyard much easier when you have the Monarch. The Monarchy.
True. But he would have to be able to play the Monarch and hold it. And he doesn't have counter spells for the draw spells, so the fairies are just going to keep coming back and getting in. It's definitely a liability.
Yeah.
I play a Vault of Whispers. And then pass. He plays a... Looks like we're on like a land go situation. Getting in for 4. He'll block 1.
Yep.
And then now what?
Just trying to steal some damage.
Marking in
With the
some damage. Play a Thoughtcast, get it back. Didn't even matter. Snacker's so good. Plays a Refurb, discard the Thorn. Okay. So Mengucci's currently Hellbent, meaning that if he plays another Refurb, then Niccolò just gets a draw card. And he's got Krark-Clan Shaman in hand. So the sick thing about the Krark-Clan Shaman here is that they don't kill any of their creatures.
Yep, they're all flying. And that's, I think, the strength of the deck. It's really not just about the fairies, it's about Krark-Clan Shaman being a busted card in this metagame.
When he
So in order
disputed on
to-
the end step, did he dispute a Wellspring for the 3 cards? Oh, that seems it was.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was it really looked like Mengucci was holding the fort and like powering through, but then the sneaky snacker value just
Wow,
just overpowered.
much.
He didn't even get any value out of the spell starter sprite either.
Yeah.
Wow. So that was impressive. He also didn't start with some of the busted refurb starts Just put some snackers on the table, get in. And I
Yeah,
think that the
definitely.
snackers are a really good way to force through the gardens because
Yep,
they're trying to get
you.
use out of their removal spells, and if you
Yeah, you
can't,
run out of removal. You can't just
right,
kill it turn after turn after turn.
man. So sideboarding wise,
Wow, this 4 of pile working perfectly. I just wanted to see how many draw to he plays.
yeah. Let me check out the deck list.
Wow, 4 of toxin analysis, 4 of Carclon Shaman. That's
That's what I
impressive.
said for everything. So sideboard, he's got a
Even the lands.
duress, which could matter, and basically nothing else to bring in.
Yeah, maybe the Nile Spellbomb, but does he even play with the graveyard? No,
Well,
not really.
probably not, but so duress and Nile Spellbomb. Nile Spellbomb can cycle, which is good. So if you're thinking that some of your removals, like your Galvanic Blasts, aren't good, I don't think you would want to get rid of those though.
Yeah, no,
You
you
still
just.
really need the Toxin Clan Shaman.
Yep. And you want
So
the
this
Galvanic Blast to get
Niccolò's
over
not
here.
even playing. His only draw spells in the deck are Thoughtcast and Deadly Dispute. It looks like
Yeah.
just super clean. His Fountain and Cottage potentially. Let's go up to this deck. I see. Looking. I don't see any fountains. And I don't see any cottage.
Yeah, no, he plays 4 Blood
He has
Fountain.
one Pulse of Marasa.
Ah, no, Mengucci. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. And then Mengucci has Ancient Grudge, which is okay. Troublemaker Oof can come in. He's got Gorilla Shaman. Deglamour. Like kind of spreading things out.
Yeah. A lot of one-offs. And 4
Yeah.
of the Storm. That's
So
the
sometimes you
only.
can do that with the one ofs because he's got 3 anti artifact spells with Grudge, Spellbomb, or Grudge, Troublemaker Oof, and Gorilla Shaman and Deglamour. So that's 4 things, but they all kind of hit different things in an opponent's deck, so they can all be good in different situations.
Yep.
He also has 1 Blood Fountain and 2 Pilfer.
Yeah, that looks like a legacy deck with all these
Sideboard?
1-offs, 2-offs. Yeah.
Yeah. I would bring in all of the. This is not the same list that I played in the Af-fae-nity. This is a more streamlined version. I'm definitely digging this version here. I would play it.
Yeah, because it looks like it's just phase 1 of a brew you're trying, but actually, I don't feel like you need to change very much. Maybe trim down on the blood fountains. Maybe 4 are too much.
Well, the nice thing
But
about the Blood Fountain is you're going to be using your Spell Source sprites over and over and over. You can
oh
jump
yeah,
with them, you can get them back.
yeah,
Also, really good at recurring the refurbished familiars. And if you can play a black land like this tap land that we just saw into a Vault of Whispers, then you can go Blood Fountain into a refurb on turn 2. But instead, they're going to go Snacker turn 2 again.
yep.
And
Just
on
like
Mengucci's side,
game
he's got the Nile Spellbomb for the Snacker, Plant and Play, and a
and
Lembas.
Lembas. Yeah, game 1 all over again.
Keeps the card into a land. And their pace of play is sort of slowed down, but still, they're moving quick. Coast to coast with the 1 snacker. Oh, could be. Play a Wellspring into a tap land. So that will put Mengucci at 18. Going to Defile the snacker end step. So that snacker is not coming back.
Yep.
He kind of needs to try to force the Spellbomb crack before putting more snackers onto the table or in the graveyard. I think that Blood Fountain is a rummage.
Yes.
So you can
Yes.
so
You
you
can
can
discard
put
your,
your snacker into the
yeah.
graveyard with the Blood Fountain token and get it right back, which is kind of sweet.
Yeah.
I think of the MH3 cards, my favorite cards are probably Sneaky Snacker and he's got the Gorilla Shaman.
Yeah.
Sneaky
yeah,
Snacker and Glimpse of the Impossible.
That's the draw 3, discard 3 at the end of turn. Glimpse. Oh no, wait.
I imagine that Monarch is probably not very good in this matchup, but you almost need to bring it in and try to get it on the table with a clear board, because if you can maintain, you really need a very large amount of overpowering card advantage, especially from game 1 we saw that the 1-for-1s weren't really working out. So he needs to get 2-for-1s.
Oh, Glimpse Impossible. Okay, the red one.
Right, yeah.
Exiles,
Making my red-green storm deck a thing.
Yeah, you're right. He has to get rid of the opponent's board, but that's the hard part. They're very sticky creatures. I mean the sneaky snaggers. So going
Kills
one for
another one.
one is going to be a tax on his hand.
Is that a defile? Okay, Deadly Dispute.
Yeah.
Sticky Snackers, yeah.
Sticky snake.
Makes another plant. The Colony Garden token, I think it should be like... That is an altar as well. It should just be a Venus flytrap, I think.
Or maybe
Okay.
you could play a BG Gardens themed around the kitchen. You make plants that you want to
Cook
chop
up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have the bread with lambas.
Like, it feels like a commander deck. You got a theme deck, bringing it in. So let's see if he can coast to coast with the Gorilla Shaman. He used a treasure token to cast the Chrysalis.
Yeah.
And this is, I think, a different one than the one before. Because we had Jack Skellington, then we had the Devil Creature guy, and this one looks like some sort of smiley face. Troublemaker Oof, sacrificing a spawn, gets rid of a land, the untapped land. Okay, exiled forever. So you can see that he brought in all of his anti-artifacts and is just coming up in different situations. Also, by sacrificing the spawn to the Troublemaker Oof, he gets a counter on the Writhing Chrysalis.
Yeah.
Getting in. So, Niccolò untaps. Yeah, I just don't remember that this image here. The other ones I knew, as far as the altars here. I think playing Affinity like this it's just so hard post board when everyone is gunning for you. Plays a sneaky snacker.
I mean, if it was a best of one tournament, Affinity would be just the best deck, I think. But
I think if you were playing best of one, you would just Cycle Storm people out.
Yeah.
They would never see it coming.
I mean, I
was
believe
Daryl?
in Cycle Storm.
Okay.
There's a game that we're playing now in Paupergeddon, which is the Fantageddon, where you choose 4 decks on a point system. It's pretty convoluted, but you choose your the decks that you think are going to be that are placed better at the end of Geddon, and if you actually get it right, there's some prizes and whatever. And among those, if you choose decks that are not a lot played and they get good results, you get more points. So I just went all into with the Cycling Storm, believing in that.
They would
Just
achieve.
ignore the board, just try to win on turn 2, 3, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
So Mengucci just dropped another troll, or a troll of Khazad-dûm, and Niccolò is sitting on 2 lands. Goes after the Gorilla Shaman. Now he can play an untapped land.
Maybe it's too late.
He's got a couple of Spellstarter sprites in his hand, I know, but it's going to be tough. Like, he has to deal with so many creatures here, and he's not playing cast downs. So but if he finds a Crukland Shaman combo,
yeah, that's what he should be looking forward to. Right now, that's 12 damage on the board.
Ooh. So
That's
he played the
4, 5
Nyxborn for a lot of mana. Can't Spellstutter Sprite that. And that's the game.
Yeah, the scoops. All right. 1 and 1.
So now they have over 27 minutes left for game 3. They're
Yeah,
not going to time.
very fast players. They know what to do.
So it looks like Niccolò really needs to pay attention to the Gorilla Shaman. If he can get an early Sneaky Snacker and Spell Starter Sprite to counter the Gorilla Shaman, that'd be huge. And just leverage the Spell Starter Sprites on the anti-affinity stuff from Mengucci.
And going first now.
He's staring into the camera, giving us the mean mug.
Yeah,
being on the play is going to be really big here. Be able to deal with this a lot better.
Yeah, just having the mana to counter your Mengucci's sideboard plan. That's going to help.
Weirdly, a lot of times I think that Affinity brings in Hydroblast for Gorilla Shaman, but Niccolò has 4 Galvanics to deal with it already, and he has the Spell Starter Sprites.
And he doesn't
Am I
know
as fast?
But Mengucci only plays 1, I guess, 1 Gorilla Shaman.
Yeah,
the sideboard.
He's spread it all out. He has 3 2-drop anti-artifact, and then just the 1 Gorilla Shaman.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm as fast in real life as I am on Magic Online. I tried playing eggs in paper, and I was just like, it was overwhelming my brain. You really don't have to track as much stuff when you're playing in Magic Online. Everything's happening for you. You just click like crazy. We are not sharing the deck list. It's not fair to the competitors.
But we will share them at the end. Maybe for day 2. But no, definitely not the deck lists.
You could just share the deck list of anybody that didn't make it, I guess. But I don't know what the advantage is there.
Yeah.
So is everybody keeping their 7? Leaves on a tap land, a bridge. That makes sense. So Mengucci representing he could have a Gorilla Shaman turn 2. Goes Sneaky Snacker right away. Potentially trying to get the Spell Starter Sprite to be good. Lembas, okay. So now if he does have Spell Starter in hand, he is in a commanding position, I think. Gets in for 1. We'll see what happens. Probably the best case would be like untap land into refurb and hold up Spell Starter Sprite. Plays a tap land, holding up the Sprite. Okay.
And I think he has 2 sprites.
Another Lembas. Digging around. I think that Lembas is it's good if the game takes a really, really long time, but I also think it's not good versus Burn. Like,
yeah, no, it's too slow.
4 mana to gain 3 life is bad.
Yeah.
So let's see what he does here. Deadly Dispute the Snacker. Gets it right back. Get that snack back. Draw 2 cards. Make a treasure. So let's see if he has the land drop. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
He can dig again with the... Oh, no, he can't. Oh, no, he
has a Thoughtcast. He can play the Thoughtcast. He cannot Deadly Dispute the Snacker and get it back again here. So he does pass the turn.
Yep.
Let's see if there's going to be a Writhing Chrysalis.
He has 1, yes.
And that can't be countered by a spell stir at this moment. Writhing Chrysalis is just very efficient.
Yep.
Nile Spellbomb. So do you Spell Starter Sprite the Nile Spellbomb? I mean...
sacrificing a treasure as well? Okay.
I think you want to get the Sprite on the table and get some value out of it. Oh, double Defile.
Wow. And he has the 1 mana for Nile Spellbomb.
Now Niccolò is on the back foot because he doesn't have land drops.
Yeah.
Thoughtcast does not cost 1. It costs more than 1.
Yeah, he costs 2.
Yeah.
No treasure. Yeah, I forgot he sacrificed the treasure.
Okay. But Mengucci pointed that out.
Yep.
Does he have a land drop, though? He really needs a land drop.
Judge.
That's untapped land. Plays a snacker. Okay. So he had cracked the Spellbomb in response to the Thoughtcast to not get the other snacker back, but he has the one on the table again. and can now use the spell starter sprites again. 2 explorers. I think that was just a whiff. I don't consider that to be intentional. Okay. Is a deadly dispute on the Limbus? What's he gonna do here? Draw some cards. If you scroll up Apis, I think there's a what's my table, but we don't know I don't think it has the deck name on there because then that wouldn't be fair to the competitors.
Exactly, just as the names of the players.
Plays another snacker, so now Spellstarter Sprite is on 3 if he has more in hand. See if it's going to Thoughtcast. Plays a Blood Fountain. So let's see if Niccolò can do a repeat of game 1 and just take these snackers all the way.
Ah, the blood token.
So he's got plenty of artifacts. Still, I think he's nervous about the Gorilla Shaman. Those one-ofs can really get you.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Second Chrysalis to match the second.
And we saw this happen before, and we pushed through it.
Mengucci just said this game is a deja vu. The same as game 1.
Yeah. All right, so Tom's having issue with lag. Let's see. They do have 4 of the Toxin combo in their deck, so they just have to draw into it. 4 of each. Plays a Wellspring, draw a card. I think I might have just seen a Karkland Shaman. I could be wrong. I'm like trying to lean my head over to see his hand. Come on.
Show us something, come on.
Oh, I saw a Troublemaker Oof in the hand of Mengucci. Could be wrong. So you're going to respond to the Wellspring? Deadly Dispute.
On Lembas or on... Yeah, 1 token.
Sacrificing a spawn.
Yeah, the shiny graveyard for Niccolò.
Yeah.
Just hiding information to us, not to Mengucci.
Okay, so untaps. It's got 2 ginormous creatures.
Wow.
3 ginormous creatures. So he needs that Toxin combo.
I like the shift in Niccolò's body language as the third enters the battlefield.
Oh no. There's a Troublemaker Oof. So does he have the Sprite? It's pretty important that that is in hand, and it might not be because it doesn't seem like he's auto. It's good. Gets rid of the red land. Dang.
Yeah.
Lets it happen.
It looks grim. Is there any way to get out of this situation? Does he have... yeah, I mean, good draw there.
Well, he would have to have Toxin Analysis
yeah.
plus Karkland Shaman, so maybe he was saving it for that specifically. Like, he could Deadly Dispute the Wellspring, and then have KCS Toxin plus Spellstarter Sprite backup, and that could win the game.
Yep.
He has to block, I think, here. That's 17.
At least 1, yes.
Okay. All right, let's see what's going to happen. The tension is rising. I feel like Mengucci is pretty ahead, but there's always the possibility of the Toxin combo.
Yeah, and with all the cards that he has drawn, it's actually surprising that he still doesn't have it.
I see a Karkland Shaman.
Does, okay.
Let's see it.
Yeah.
Toxin. Does he have a response? I mean, cast down. Does he have the
Cast down.
spell stutter? He's got the spell
He
stutter.
does.
Does he have
And no
another
treasure.
answer?
He has one treasure.
It's a grudge in hand, it looks like.
It resolves. That changes the game completely.
Yeah, way ahead now. Super duper ahead. Every single creature is going to die. But what is he going to sacrifice? Wellspring? I wonder if he wants to sacrifice more than one thing, like Wellspring plus Blood to get way ahead on life. Although that wouldn't work out, right? Because
Yeah,
they're
no,
just
there's
dead.
no more
So it
creatures.
doesn't really
Yeah,
do
yeah,
anything.
yeah.
He has a pulse in hand.
I mean,
Interesting.
if he had some more Igor Wellsprings, he could sacrifice them to draw more cards. But I think this is more than
You
enough.
can't really get more life gain off of killing the creatures if they're already dead. Although we saw in the first round, I think, that was on camera, where there was a Nyxborn Hydra on a creature. And at that point, you do want to double sack to kill the first creature and then kill the Nyxborn Hydra. Aphis in the chat, sad for ground creature enjoyers. Someone in chat said, wow, this Toxin Shaman combo looks pretty nice.
Yeah, it does.
I think in hand he has an Ancient Grudge. But it looks like he pulsed back and replayed the Chrysalis. Although the
Slowly
Snackers can just
rebuilding.
get through it.
Uh,
The Ancient Grudge can take out maybe the Blood Fountain or 2 lands. 2 lands is also kind of brutal. It doesn't currently have red mana. Okay, never mind. I guess he did. Blood Fountain gone. Niccolò has 3 cards in hand here on draw. Looks like the deck with more Modern Horizons 3 cards is going to win. Well, yeah, only 4 Modern Horizons 3 cards on the right.
Yeah, I gotta bump those numbers up. This is the new meta.
Gardens
So,
is the
thinking
bad
a lot.
guy?
I think Apa72 has it right. I also would love both of these decks to lose.
Playing against Gardens is definitely difficult. They don't. I mean, he's barely playing any number of emblems here, so it's more of a fair deck.
Yeah.
Any deck with Spellstutter Sprite is the bad guy. I kind of agree. It's the combo killer, the fair combo killer. We saw Dimir Fairies just walking all over a tribe deck. He has 5 power in the air. He could attack with everything, but then he's going to lose the Spellstutter.
Yeah, and with Mengucci at 20, those attacks don't feel like they're going to accomplish anything. Oh,
Sends out, blocks the Spellstutter. Okay. Could Blood
like it
Fountain
when-
back the Spellstutter.
yeah,
Does have 4 of those.
but he doesn't have the Blood Fountain. Unless
Could-
he has it in hand.
Ah.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, he's got a... Yeah, that will take out the Chrysalis. So Chump attack to kill the Chrysalis. Plays Blood Fountain. Pretty good. Although Mengucci still has Grudge in the graveyard, I believe, so he's going to have to Blood Fountain back Spellstarter like right now. Super
Or
Saiyan.
maybe
Yeah.
he will wait for the flashback on Ancient Grudge, just to get a little bit more value. Or at least wait until the end step. He doesn't have really
A Blood Fountain
Ooh.
from Mengucci's side.
Yeah, this looks a bit stronger. And
He can get
he doesn't
back
have the mana
double
to
Chrysalis
get...
potentially.
Yep.
Gonna
I
leave
mean,
open
Niccolò
the
also
green
has
mana.
the Karklan Shaman in the graveyard, so he could take Karklan
True.
and
Yeah, never mind then.
Stutter. And he just needs the Toxin Analysis to get rid of the board.
It was so overpowering that I completely forgot it was there. It's just
Like,
you
is
got to
that even
move
a
on
card?
from
No.
that. So he does have 2 targets. I think that's just an easy get them both back right now.
Yeah.
Spellstutter, and Krark. So if he has Toxin again, it's going to be pretty mean. Yeah, someone in chat pointed out, Lindy pointed out that you could play a card called Rust to counter artifact abilities. That does exist,
Wow.
but not on Magic Online, so we don't see it in a lot of lists. He's going to
Rust.
block one of the Spellstutters, so he'll Deadly Dispute the blocked one. Get a treasure, get the snack back. I said Spellstutter, but he blocked one of the snackers. He takes 2. Snacker never dying. Thoughtcast. Oh, flipped over the snacker. Whoops. Still have plenty of time. 12 minutes left on clock. I don't see a Toxin. Okay, tap land again.
There's a God
Got
Blast.
Galvanic. Spellstutter, Krark.
Lens.
Maybe lands or some black card that I can't tell what it is. He needs to wait for the second Chrysalis to hit the table so that he can try to clear the board again. It's a blood token.
Yep.
If there is 2 lands in hand, I probably blood token away one of the lands on end step.
Sure.
It's not like you need that sitting around for affinity level.
Yeah. That seat of the sign of the... I don't see
Second
a picture
Chrysalis
of
in
it.
play. So there's 3 Eldrazi spawns. So we are looking at 5, 6 creatures. Currently he's using 2 of the mana to play Olympus. 3, 4, 5. This was the 5th Chrysalis at the moment.
Yeah, we're
There were
still
3 in
lacking
play previously.
the last one to complete the cycle.
Oh yeah, we haven't seen the other art. Plays
Yep.
another now Spell Bomb. He's gonna Spellstutter Sprite the Spell Bomb. That's pretty important for Niccolò.
Yep.
The value from the snackers. Okay, so he gets in for 5. We'll go to 12 if the numbers are right.
Yep.
Did not end step the blood token. What's gonna happen? Is this a Thoughtcast? Oh, blood token, discarding. Maybe he didn't have an untapped land there. Possible. I think that's the Toxin combo in hand. I think I see it.
Does he have it?
I think he does.
Drew it now. All right. So 1 black mana, 1 red mana. Yep.
Toxin. Krark Clan Shaman, Toxin Analysis. He has 1 card in hand. Does
it
that
work?
resolve? Oh man. Gets a clue.
Yeah, it resolves.
No response. Sack the...
The blood token? Yeah.
Well, the blood token
Oh,
already
no.
got sacked
Yeah,
to discard
yeah,
a
yeah.
land, and that is
Another
going to
treasure,
kill both
maybe?
the Chrysalis here.
Yeah, he got through 5
Mengucci
prisons.
says, you're going to have
Wow.
to attack. I'm not giving up. I don't know what the out is, though. At this point. Like, he's very, very far ahead. And I do like that
Maybe.
there's so much going on here that they actually have a clock in the air. Oh, no, refurb. So he's hellbent. He sacrifices the Lembas to put it back in the deck. Gain some life. Surprised they didn't give the Chrysalis Annihilator. Yeah. It's a good card. They can't put Annihilator on it because it would be too complicated at that point. Can't have Reach and an Annihilator.
Yeah, he only plays 1 Blood Fountain, so...
Okay, plays
he can't wait for
another
that.
Nile Spellbomb. Grudging away... What? The refurb? Okay. So he's not going to respond to the Nile Spellbomb, but he can't do the Deadly Deceit the Snacker tricks. Gets in for 5. He's going to go to 10. So 2-turn clock from here. He's going to have to draw some good cards. I feel like at this point, maybe he has to just sacrifice the Spellbomb to try to draw into something. Oh man, he's got at least 1 Galvanic in hand. If he finds another Galvanic, it's just lethal in 1 turn.
Yep. I think
Okay.
he will crack the nice spell bomb at the last opportune moment. Oh, it seems.
Okay,
to
so
have
Deadly
worked.
Dispute on the Spellbomb
Very
is
nice.
a draw 3. It's a treasure. Doesn't look
Yes,
like the
one.
best cards.
Yeah, just spot removal and
We seeing 2 Galvanic in hand, according to the chat, or maybe that's just call out. Yeah, he doesn't have any good draws really.
it feels like it's slipping from his hand. All those Karklon shamans have done their trick. He has.
It is a brutal card,
Oh, he
but
kept
that's the
the
way you gotta
monarch.
play. Like, go and cast down on the spell stutter. Okay. Getting in for
Goes to
4. Somehow he's at 13. Did he gain life off of something?
The
I don't know.
The Lambas, I think. Oh no,
Oh, okay.
13 minus 4, 9. Yes.
Right, crack the Limbus. That makes sense. So if he does have double Galvanic, he has to get there. Almost there, though. Nyxborn Hydra. It's a
Very
blocker. We have a blocker.
That's for 8. 9 if you use
It's a
the
big one,
treasure.
but it doesn't stop
Yeah,
the
the 2 Galv
beats.
Blasts.
Here we go. Ace is the place. He's going to get in for 4 chump block, or chump attacks to push into the damage, put him to 7. Okay.
And he does.
Galvanic,
Yeah.
number 1.
Yeah,
Galvanic,
yeah,
number
yeah.
2. GG.
Nice game. Wow.
Here's a toxin
back and
combo for
forth.
max mental damage.
Yeah. This is just
The
the power of
BMs.
the card. Everybody's using it for against mono red,
Rule.
but when you combine it with toxin analysis, it just resolves every. Yeah, Niccolò won. Very nice game. Very nice game.
Yeah.
And
It's nice to see the game go to 3, and they were both just powering through. Still a
Yeah.
little bit of time on the clock.
And Andrea can still get into day 2. He has to win the next match, but he can make the cut.
So
While Niccolò
Can you
is automatically, and I guess
when
at
you
this
go to
point.
day 2, does your standing change? Like, do you win it based on points after day
Yeah,
2?
no,
Like,
the standings are still the same from day 1, I guess. But,
okay,
so keeping on, you can just take draws to get into game 2, day 2. You have to also think about the standing you'll have during the second half of this tournament.
right. So someone mentioned playing Galvanic and Upkeep. You could have done that for max mental damage, but you're also playing directly into Weather the Storm out of the sideboard, which I don't think I want to do that.
They didn't
It's
show each
always
other.
great when you get got by some random sideboarding thing that you didn't expect.